What is gambling? Well, gambling is defined as to take risky action in the hope of a desired result, and that's what gambling is. You give over something important in the hopes that your dreams come true. Take the lottery, for example. It costs £2 to participate in the National Lottery. Now, you may be thinking, well, that's not a lot of money. Well, no, it's not a lot of money for one ticket, but the lottery is designed to draw you in and to make you stay and keep playing. And it's the low ticket prices but practically unimaginably sized rewards that keeps people playing. Over the course of a year, if you buy a ticket for every draw in the National Lottery, that is £208 that you've basically thrown away. These gambling websites like to use bright colours and keywords, i.e. one I found here called double triple chance. What's the actual chance that it is a double triple chance? They use these slogans and keywords to make players think that they have a good chance of winning. I don't like gambling. However, I have been caught out by it before. I was but a small child, about 13 years old, when Overwatch was released into the world. I loved Overwatch. I would play it day and night when I wasn't at school, and I would get £10 pocket money a month, and I would buy loot boxes every month when I got that £10, in hopes of getting my new favourite Genji skin. However, this is where I went wrong. Overwatch splits the rarity of loot from worst to best in the categories common, rare, epic, and legendary. However, there is no description of what the box contains other than the 4 items of any rarity, common to legendary. Now, Overwatch also uses another sneaky tactic where they have seasonal loot boxes, i.e. Christmas, Halloween, Chinese New Year. Now, when the event ends, you can't get any of the seasonal exclusives until the next year. Now, me being the stupid child that I was, spent all of my Christmas money on Overwatch in 2016. Gotta be thinking, that can't be too much money, because no idiot would spend something like £200 on Overwatch loot boxes. Now, I spent £200 on Overwatch loot boxes, and, in hindsight, it was an incredibly stupid idea, but you're only young and stupid once. Now I'm just stupid. This is one of the gaming industry's biggest problems, gambling in video games like Overwatch, TF2, Star Wars Battlefront, and many more. The issues with these games is that it makes it possible for children to gamble. And obviously there's a problem with that, because children aren't supposed to gamble. You have to be over the age of 16 to gamble. Now, there are problems with games like FIFA, with their pack opening systems and team of the week, that those games allow for gambling, and they are rated at 3+. So, your 3-year-old could be gambling. Now, the chances of that happening and you letting a 3-year-old have your credit card, I feel like that's not really FIFA's fault at that point in time, but gambling laws are there for a reason. As a child outside of video games, there is no real way to gamble. However, the arcade houses one of the only ways as a child you can gamble, that being the 2p machines. 2p machines hold a special place in my heart, as every weekend my brother would take me to the arcade so we could play the machines. If you're not familiar with 2p machines, they present you with prizes and the return of 2p's. You can see them, so you know they're there, and it's not really that mysterious. Now, they do require some skill, and when I say some, it's a bit of a stretch. Basically, you have to find a machine that is ready to drop, or at least looks like it's ready to drop, and then drop the 2p's in at the right timing so the machine pushes the pennies forward and then has a chance of dropping 2p's or a prize. Now, the machines are fun, but you play them for a while and you lose quite a bit of money. Now, if you're not worried about spending lots of money, then video game gambling is for you. This is because the loot boxes the game allows you to buy are often fairly expensive for what they hold inside. And the beauty of what they hold for game developers is that a lot of the time, the items are purely cosmetic, and therefore they have to shed out nearly no money to produce them. And if the items are cool enough and rare, people are more inclined to spend money on loot boxes as they think their chances are somehow better. And for game developers, There are ways around the gambling laws. Take EA for example. When asked about their loot boxes in UK Parliament, an EU executive stated that they were not loot boxes, but instead surprise mechanics. I'm sure it took their team of lawyers a while to come up with something that golden. As I'm sure you're not surprised, the general public opinion is that loot boxes in video games should not be encouraged and action should be taken against it. I think loot boxes are a good business strategy for game developers. However, due to their bad reputation, loot boxes can tend to sour customers and reviewers, and some people want to avoid such surprise mechanics in general. Now, if games that contain gambling were rated 16, as to not encourage people below the legal age to gamble, then I think the problem would be less of an issue. And then it's not down to the game developers that children can gamble in their game. Okay, I think that's it.